G'day guys, Cyanide here. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video, and this will be the reason why. This is Bannock. He's an Irish Terrier, and what are you now, mister? 11 weeks old. So this has been copping all my attention for the last couple of weeks. Toilet training, it's a whirlwind of mess is what this is. Sharp teeth and mess. So yeah, that's a pretty good reason not to be doing the RC videos, don't you reckon, mate? Yeah you do. You gonna sit for us? Hey? Nah. Get out of it. He's pretty cute. Anyway, I've got some stories about some RC builds to do. These will be my projects for 2020 probably, so let's go and do that. Okay, so while I got a moment, my other Irish Terrier, Kiva, she's out the back right now with Bannock, so she'll keep them amused. They'll run around and bite each other and fight over bones and whatnot. So, well, I've got some spare free time from those two. This is my latest acquisition. A Tamiya Actros. Got a second hand, and pretty much all I want from this is the chassis here. The chap that I brought it from had built the chassis and not started the body, which is super because I'll make my own body. But really, before I can talk about this, we need to roll back a bit to how this all got started. It didn't take long at all, did it? Come looking for trouble, didn't you, hey? You like to annoy humans. Hello. You're not doing your babysitting duties, Kiva. Have you had enough? You quit, haven't you, hey? Yeah. You pain in the ass, isn't he? Yeah. Oh shit. I swear he's going to learn his name as Bannock now, because that's pretty much the only thing that comes out of my mouth at the moment. Right, let's get on to RC cars, please, kids. These people don't want to see used to. So, a couple of weeks back, it was, wasn't it? I went to the RC haulers. Dogs. You could do that in a different room if you like. You sure? Oh, it's going to end in tears. RC haulers, the truck club. So I was there and I was looking. I really enjoyed it, and I had a good time. And I was chatting to the guys there that were running their rigs and looking at their trucks and whatnot. And of course that spurred me on. I've been putting off getting into the 1/14th truck side of the hobby because it's pretty expensive. You know, every truck that was at that place was probably $1,000 at least, and some of them would have been, you know, knocking on a door of $2,000, I'm sure. So it's not cheap. So on the way home from there, I dropped into my mate's place because it was between my house and, oh crikey, hold on, hey, get out of it. Bye now, come on, out. Used to. Come on, get going. So I was, dropped into a friend's place, and he gave me some bits of sheet metal, parts of electronic equipment, just cases and things like that, tuners or amplifiers or something. And then I got home and was about to start editing the video for the trucks, and another friend rang up and said come around for a beer, so I said yes. And when I was there, I had a look in the scrap pile and I found some 1-inch square tube that was quite rusted and weathered, and I thought, well, that's got to be a chassis. It's all weathered and, you know, yucky, like it could be getting a little bit of chassis heave and things like that. So, because I know it takes me a long time, I do have some parts, but not all the parts. I still need to get some wheels, axle, one middle axle. I've got a rear axle and a front axle, and some other parts. I'll show you those later in the video, but I figured it would take me a long time to get off the ground if I build a ground up truck. So I brought this in the short term as a cheater. So I've got a chassis pre-done, and what I'm going to do with this one is make a bubble nose or ball nose or a snub nose or what do you want to call it, white Freightliner 1950s styles. So that's what cab is going on this, and the other truck, that'll be a dual drive, that will be a cab over also. That'll be a Peterbilt, probably 60s or 70s era. But we'll just go out the shed and I'll show you the scrap metal that I've gathered up to do this build first. Yeah, let's get out there, hold on a sec. So we're out in the shed of tranquility, away from the chaos of dog. So the Actros chassis is just a little single drive axle here. I will remove these side skirts, and I may remove the guards here, or keep them. I'm not too sure. I need to look at some photos, and I'm probably going to remove these tanks. The photos that I've seen of the 1950s white Freightliner all have round tanks, so I might take these off. We'll see. But that's the chassis bit. Over here I've started collecting parts out of my scrap bin already to use on this truck. So the first thing I'll explain is this here is a cover off some hot water cylinders we got in the backyard that are not working, and this cover here to me looks a bit like a round nose of a truck. It's not exact, but it's pretty darn close, and it's the same width as a, look at that, we're looking here to here, same width as a chassis or the wheel for the semi trucks, Tamiya 114. So I'm going to cut the bottom off of this, and this is going to become the snub nose, and I'll put a grill in the front here. This thermostat housing thing, that plastic bit there, got a hole. I take that off, but it just so happens the 1950s bubble nose has some kind of hole here on the side. If anyone could educate me on what it is, I'd be keen to know. I'm guessing an intake of some kind. So this will be the beginning of the front. I think that's actually not going to look too shit. So that was cool. These are some parts that I'm going to put on that. This here toaster, Russell Hobbs. Russell Hobbs make a nice toaster. See this here? See that there? This part here will be a rear quarter panel for a Roadster, same as what I used on the Russ Never Sleeps. That's what that is there. Russell Hobbs. I've got those out because I'm looking at starting the body on the sister rat rod. And also, if you use your imagination, this line here that goes up, if you cut this off down here and you had two of those next to each other, they'd make a nice gull wing bonnet. So this toaster's real nice. An old man gave it to me. But what I'm actually after is this stainless or chrome in here. So I'm going to take this out and cut that up, and that's going to become the grill to go on the front. Big oversized 1950s style grill. And that's why I brought these here. I'll try and get them in the light so you can see them better. Lapel pins or hat pins, white Freightliner logo. It's a bit hard to read it, they're very small, so I'm going to do some work on that. I'll scuff them up or something to change the light. And I got a Peterbilt one here for the Pete that I'm going to build also. So they're real handy. I recommend those. Pretty expensive to get to New Zealand shipping, but they're a good size for emblems for the trucks. The other thing I've got out of the scrap pile is this here. I know. Contain yourself, guys. It's a it's the bottom of a DVD player, old DVD player that I scrapped, but I like all these pressings here, And what I'm going to do is slice this right across the back here, cut it in half, and use this as the floor pan for both the trucks. And that's about the right width, and it's got all these indentations and things like that. And I'll mount that above here with these standoffs, 20mm standoffs I think they are, and then I'll just weld the body straight to that. So that's how I'm going to get started on that. And yeah, coming together. It's good to use up some of these scrap bits of metal I've been hoarding for a while, and I'm quite excited to do some 1/14 scale trucks actually. Yeah, so this will be a bubble nose white Freightliner. I'll insert a picture. It'll be white and red in colour. Hopefully a pretty quick build. He says, famous last words. Don't mention the tanker, that was supposed to be 1 day build. And then I can take my time with the cab over peak, which I'm thinking will be matte black. So yeah, that's where we're at. I better show you the tanker. I haven't forgotten it, I am finishing it, I'm just waiting for some parts to turn up. Okay, before I go out, show you the tanker. That is for this creature. Different scale, 1/9. All this stuff's for a 1/14 scale truck, so I'm just going to try and do something in scale that's fairly common. Right, so I got parts already that have been for other builds, or you know, I just buy stuff sometimes. And I've got old stuff, so I'll use this speed controller, tracks this. I've got some old crawler and RC4 drive crawler trail truck motors, so they'll be nice and slow. I've got these Julies. I did a video when I got these, if you recall, I don't know. And this rear diff, these are expensive, man. I bought this thinking I'd use it on a for a dragster with those giant paddle tires, and it's just never flowing, so I'll use them on the truck. I've got a front straight axle wheels. I just bought these tires in, and these are going to go on the center axle, which is still coming in from China. Key ring steering wheel, which is going to be quite nice for the truck. And for the drivetrain, I've got some hard drive shafts, and in here I've got a RC4 drive 2-speed transmission. That's for axial style. I've had this for more years than I care to admit. It's sitting in the box unused. I bought it, I was impressed with the mate got one, and I thought it was pretty nice, so I bought it thinking I might use it in something, and yeah, it's been in a box for about 5 years at least. So I'm pleased to actually get that into a, so this will become the Peterbilt cab over, this pile here. This is how I work. I come up with an idea for a build, and I'll grab a box and I'll just start scrolling from my stash of crap, and I'll just start throwing it in there. And yeah, so I'm making good progress here. I've got some leaf springs screwed around somewhere, so this one will take a bit longer, so that's why I want to build the other little one first. So collecting parts for this, not building it yet. The other one I'll be building soon, but first let's go and have a look at where I am at with the dual tanker. Excuse the mess, I was doing some pruning yesterday, haven't cleaned up. So let's see. The back of the tanker is all nicely rusted. Hello Bannock, have you come to inspect? So, and down the sides there, the skirts, really coming along good. Yeah, it really does look the part, doesn't it, Bannock? Same colour as you, buddy. Rusty red. These Irish Terriers, their nickname is the Red Devil, and they earn it, man. They're just highly strung dogs. Anyway, this is looking good. I'm ready to I did buy some paint this week for white and red for the flammable signs, so next I'll do some stencils, make some stencils. I should film that. And like I said, I'm going to replace those. I've got some 1.9 tyres, I'm just waiting on the rims, cheapest rims I could find, cheap plastic things, and we'll paint them up and make them look shitty. Yeah, so that's that. It's coming on good, it just takes patience. So there you go guys, that's the plans for 2020 builds, a couple of semi-trucks. So I'm looking forward to it. And besides Fat Bear, I haven't done any heavy machinery in a while. I've been focused on the rat rods. Having said that, I probably would like to make a bit more progress on the sister rat rod. That chassis's been sitting around for a few years since I built Rust Never Sleeps. So that's why I've got these bits of toaster out and things like that, because I want to start doing that. That's going to be a patchwork body kind of Frankenstein deal. And yeah, so low on the videos at the moment. That dog, man, that puppy, he's just, it's full-time job. I would never have kids, are you kidding me? Oh lordy, bad enough as it is. But yeah, he's weaponised cuteness, and he's training me, I think. But I'll be getting back into the videos. It'll probably be a bit of a lull over the Christmas, New Year's, you know how it is, it's a funky time of year. So once things settle down, we'll get back into it, and I'll catch you up on where I'm at for the builds. Alright guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, and I'll see you on the flip side. Catch you in 2020. Bye now.